Hey, what up? It's Tampa Brad. I'm sitting here in the Oxford Exchange in downtown Tampa. I love this place. Awesome place to come and eat. If you're in Tampa, definitely check out Oxford Exchange. But what I want to talk to you about is book number 10 of my 20 books for 2020. And book number 10 is Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. Now, you'll notice if you look at the list or the playlist of videos as they're coming out, Ryan Holiday is the only author that has 2 books that made my top 20 books for 2020. And the reason is Ryan Holiday is the type of author that he's not so much of a feel-good, inspirational type of author. And although a lot of my videos are kind of like feel-good, inspirational, it might kind of surprise you that I actually get a lot more value out of the authors and speakers that tell it like it is and don't just tell you nice platitudes or things you want to hear. So what I like about Ryan Holiday and his books is that they really get to the heart of an issue, and he attacks the heart of the issue of ego and how it on a daily basis just messes us up and takes us farther away from what we want. We think that our ego brings us closer to what we want, and our ego always thinks that it's getting us there by making us look cool or making us sound smart, but it actually takes us farther away from our goal. And Ryan Holiday basically lays out a path to how you can let your ego not take you farther away from your goal, how you can actually have it help you, and how you can circumvent the usual pitfalls of what people fall into when they're letting their ego lead and what to do instead of that. So he uses a lot of anecdotes in this book. And the biggest anecdotes that he uses are that of Benjamin Franklin and Bill Belichick. So Benjamin Franklin, the guy who's on the 100, founding father of the United States, and then Bill Belichick, the head coach of the New England Patriots, NFL American football team. So we'll start with Benjamin Franklin. What Benjamin Franklin did is for the first, say, 5 years of his writing career, he was a prolific writer. He was very famous for writing awesome editorials and columns for newspapers and journals and stuff like that. And I believe he actually might have even owned his own newspaper at one time. But what Benjamin Franklin did is he wrote under the pseudonym of, I believe it was Silence No Good or something like that. So a funny, or maybe Dogwood or something like that. And so Benjamin Franklin is writing under the pseudonym, or not pseudonym, what's the name for a name that's not actually yours? Pen name, there we go. Yeah, like a fake pen name. That's not what I was looking for, but it's okay. You try to follow. So Benjamin Franklin is writing under this pen name that's not his real name, and he's submitting the articles that he's writing to his brother's newspaper. Now, the reason he had to do this is Benjamin Franklin knew his brother very well. And he knew that if his brother knew that it was Benjamin writing these editorials and these columns and these essays for his newspaper, he would not allow them to be published, because he knew that his brother would be too caught up in, oh, is my brother a better writer than me, blah, blah, blah. What am I doing for my little brother's publicity? So Benjamin Franklin took the hit to his own ego. He didn't get any of the credit for the work that he did. He let someone else get the credit. And by doing that, he allowed himself the opportunity to write in one of the largest papers in Philadelphia. And he actually was put on the front page in a lot of instances. So he got a lot of exposure for his ideas, and he got to see the merit of his ideas and how to sway public opinion. So what this led to is Benjamin Franklin becoming very influential in skill, not in reputation, which is a very interesting dichotomy. A lot of us think that in order to be influential, we have to achieve it through our reputation, that we can't necessarily do it through skills. But there are a lot of skills, and it's not even so much like, it's not that there are secrets that you need to know in order to be influential. It's very minute and very finite distinctions, and they're very subtle. But once you understand these distinctions, you can do a better job of influencing people and getting people to understand what you're trying to convey to them. And so Benjamin Franklin developed those habits and those skills by writing for his brother's newspaper and not getting any of the credit, by the way. Once our food just came, so we got interrupted, but that's all good. I'm going to steal one of Apollo's fries. So once Benjamin Franklin's brother realized that it was Benjamin Franklin actually writing the essays, what happened is his brother got really pissed. And his brother actually beat Benjamin Franklin all the way out of his newspaper shop when he found out. So, obviously Benjamin Franklin was smart for not letting him know that it was him writing, but it led to him developing the skills that later led to him being one of the founding fathers of America and a very influential person. There's a reason he's on the $100 bill, our largest denomination of currency. So the other story that Ryan Holiday uses is that of Bill Belichick, head coach of the New England Patriots. So what Bill Belichick did is during the first 3 to 4 years of his career as an NFL coach, he worked as not an assistant coach, he worked as an unpaid assistant to the offensive assistant coach. So he worked for no pay and spent hours a day studying film of other teams. And so Bill Belichick did a task that no one wanted to do. In the time, nobody wanted to watch film. It was just something that people just didn't want to do. Just seemed like it was time consuming. Games are very long. There's just a lot of film to go through. A lot of plays happen. And so he would do this every week for whatever team they were playing. But he was able to equip his offensive coach so well and led to so much success, not in the Patriots, by the way, in a different organization. I don't know what team it was. But he was able to equip them for success so well that he quickly became the offensive coordinator for that team and actually became very well paid very quickly because he established his value by not worrying what he looked like. He just provided value and he checked his ego at the door. That's a phrase that you should be remembering from this book, is check your ego out the door. And so what Bill Belichick did is he played the part of an antibulo. So what is an antibulo? In the time of the Roman Empire, when there were very, very rich families in Italy, they would walk through the streets and have a person that was designated to clear the path for them. So the antibulo would travel ahead of them, deliver messages, make sure people knew that they were coming, call ahead, make sure things were prepared for them. And what the antibulo got to actually do is, by being the person that went ahead and cleared the path, he actually had influence on what the path became. So let me say that again. By being the person that cleared the path, a seemingly menial task, the antibulo would actually become one of the most influential people in the family by being able to influence where the path went. If you wanted to get to the head of a rich family in Rome, you had to go through the antibulo. That became the gatekeeper. So what you need to do, because again, these books and these videos are a catalyst for you, right? This is a catalyst for you to take massive action and improve your life. So what you need to do is realize, how can I clear the path for someone else in order to then have influence on directing where that path goes? If you do the menial work that leads to someone else's success, you actually be able to direct, you become able to direct what their path to success really looks like. So you need to take advantage of that. You need to look for opportunities to serve other people who are in better positions than you, and humble yourself. Don't make it about you. Make it genuinely about them. Provide real value, and you become that antibulo that by clearing the path, you then determine the path itself. You become able to create the path. So that is the takeaway from this book. We'll keep it short. I could talk about this book for literally hours. Like I've said before, if you watch this video and you learn about Ego is the Enemy, and you hear about what an antibulo is, and you learn about Benjamin Franklin and Bill Belichick, and you don't do anything with this knowledge, you don't go get the book, and you don't dig into it this year and apply it to your life, this video has been a complete and total waste of your time. Don't let it be a waste of your time. Don't do that to me. My feelings will personally be hurt if you don't take action on this, okay? So, to follow up on this, I want you to follow me on Instagram at TampaBrad. Connect with me there. Shoot me a DM with what you're getting out of these videos and what you got out of this specifically. And once you read this book, start a conversation with me about this book. I would love, look, I will talk solo to a camera about this book. So Paula's here, yes, holding the camera, but it's basically just me and you. I'm just talking to a camera about these books. I would love to get to talk to other real human beings. I'm lonely, okay? I'm lonely. I need other human beings to talk about these books with. So please, do me the huge favor of discussing these books with me. Hit me up via the Instagram DM. I will respond. I'm not hoity-toity. I'll talk to you about it. I love talking to people about this shit. It's my jam, okay? So hit me up there. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. If you don't hit the bell, you're not gonna get notified of when I'm dropping your vids. You're gonna miss them in the flood of what's going on in your YouTube subscriber feed. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your attention. We're about to eat some awesome food that came in while the video was rolling. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching very much. I appreciate you. Peace.